dad pushed him. Pushed him on in every way possible. And even when he was a kid, he was like maybe 8 years old, he would be running like 5 miles in the neighborhood, and people thought that he was crazy because they didn't see his father driving a car. They just saw a little kid just running all through the city. Realized that he wasn't crazy, that, he was on his way to greatness.
Do you feel that disappointment that the fans felt that maybe you didn't get the best Manny Pacquiao that night?
We're not going to do that. We're not going to talk about that. You was one of the guys that believed in Pacquiao.
I did.
Okay. So now we don't want you to back out the block. And I told you before, that was easy work.
Really needing no introduction the world over and truly representing some of the finest boxing skills our sport has ever seen. Wearing black trunks with gold trim, fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, he weighed in at a ready 146 pounds. A veteran of 24 world title bouts, he is undefeated in his 18-year campaign with a record of 47 wins, no losses, 26 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the pound-for-pound great and the pay-per-view king, boxing's future Hall of Famer, the sensational 11-time world champion in 5 weight divisions. Please welcome the reigning, the defending, and the undefeated WBC and WBA welterweight and super welterweight champion of the world, introducing Floyd
all of us were, pretty good boxers. We weren't the best. Accomplishment-wise would be Roger.
A lot of people don't know Roger. A lot of people, everybody knows Floyd, but Roger, his uncle, in his time, he was a bad motherfucker. He had a piston right hand.
Yep.
He had a nasty jab, and he would fucking slam that right hand in.
And there was this dude, he was a heavyweight, his name was Tracy. And him and Roger Mayweather fucking got into it. Tracy was a young heavyweight, 24-year-old kid heavyweight. And at the end of the round, when the bell went off, Tracy tried to stop, and Roger fucking lit him up, and he goes, "No rounds, motherfucker. No rounds."
That Floyd Sr. kind of got Roger started in boxing. And Roger got to a point where he finally decided to leave amateur boxing and turn pro. And when he decided to do that, Floyd was first, but by this time, Floyd was training. And so being that he was training, he figured that, he was going to be training his brother because he was the one who got him started. But didn't happen that way. I never cared about boxing. Like I said, I just followed Roger to the gym, and boxing just happened to become a part of my life. And I guess it's one of those things that now I'm stuck.
Life was really a roller coaster ride. People kind of know the background of Floyd Mayweather. I stayed in Jersey. I lived with my mother. At 7 of us lived in a 1-bedroom. At one particular time, my mother was on drugs. My dad been shot by my mother brother. I was right there. My dad had grabbed me, was holding me in his arms when he got shot. You hear different stories. My dad was my trainer from the age of 10 until I was 16. I was forced into boxing. Boxing's not nothing that I wanted to do. Boxing was forced on me. If I had one bad day, he was always on my case.
No pain, no gain.
Always on my back. Stand on me. You're not doing good. It's not good enough. And what I never liked when I was a kid is that it was never good enough.
I've heard so many people say that they're treated like he was in a boot camp.
My dad was real hard on me, real hard. I couldn't make no mistakes. If I make a mistake, my dad, kind of, cuss me out.
slap me, check me, chastise, put me in my place.
I mean, my dad been to prison.
I talked to him frequently on the phone. You know, I would bring some things back to him, you know, that was written down about boxing, and you know, I would refreshen his mind sometimes. Then he'd say, oh, Daddy, you're right. I remember that.
I go down there thinking he in my corner. Just don't think about nothing else. I go down there thinking he in my corner.
Yeah, 'cause my dad got locked up. And once he got locked up, my career blossomed.
When I interviewed you a couple of days ago that a true champion bounces back, and you did.
You know, today, you know, my game plan was, you know, the boxing move, you know, hit and not get hit, you know, because you last longer in this game, you know.
You're representing America. What do you think about the Olympics and this great honor?
You know, the Olympics is, you know, a dream that I always had since 1988, you know. And every day, you know, I say my prayers, you know, one day I say, I'm gonna go to the Olympics, you know. And, you know, this was one of my short-term goals, you know, and I accomplished it. You know, that makes me feel, you know, very well.
All right, congratulations. Bob, back to you.
Floyd Mayweather has advanced. Not only will he add a little style, but he'll add some substance to the 1996 United States Olympic boxing.
I went to 96 Olympic Games. I received a bronze medal. I can't say I won a bronze medal, because you can't win a bronze or win a silver. You receive because you lost. It hurt me, because I really wanted to, you know, bring the medal back home.
That was a really bad moment for me. It was hurting me bad inside, man. I couldn't be there for my son.
I'm glad I got the bronze, because a true champion can take a loss and bounce back. And I feel that was my loss. That was just a way God telling me I need to work harder. So when I got on there playing left lane, I like right down.
Floyd Mayweather, 19 years of age, Grand Rapids, Michigan. He was a bronze medalist for the United States in the Centennial Games of 1996. Mayweather, a very talented young boxer. As a matter of fact, he could have won a gold medal. He was what many will say.
We ain't never giving up. Said you gangsta, get 'em up. You've been talking like you tough. Hope you that you gangsta. You've been talking like you tough. Hope you're ready to breathe in, breathe out, get knocked out. Step in, step out, 'cause it's lights out. It's a long walk to the ring. You gotta stay focused. Already won, time to show these cats the champ. Represent where I'm from. Hit him hard front of him. Step out, 'cause he will have some explaining to do when I'm done. Send him back to his corner, breathing hard, talking about what doctor he gon' see tomorrow. That's what you get for talking do what you gotta do. Matter of fact, ain't another crew that's seeing hard. We ain't never giving up. Said you gangsta, get 'em up. You've been talking like you tough. Hope you're ready to breathe in, breathe out, get knocked out. Step in, step out, 'cause it's lights out. Ain't nobody afraid of you. You can talk loud if you want to. I wish I could take these gloves off.
Tonight. Now, you've talked about fighting for a world championship even toward the beginning or middle of next year. Do you still think you're right on track for that?
I believe I'm ready. My uncles believe I'm ready, but I need to, you know, polish up with a couple more, you know, 10 and 12 rounds. Then I'll be ready for the winner of this championship fight tonight. What do you think?
Well, that's
Gustavo, demolición, Cuello.
Por otro motivo, por motivos históricos, no tanto por él, sino por su familia, Roger Mayweather.
Both score it 190 to the winner and still undefeated.
Now, you've wanted the best in the division. You're going to get it. Your thoughts on all that now?
I just want to thank Top Rank, Bob Arum, and Todd DeBuff, you know, for giving me this opportunity to fight for the world title October 30th against Janira Hernandez. A lot of guys out there want to say that I don't deserve a title, but I'm not ducking and dodging nobody at the 130-pound weight class. I'm willing to fight everybody and all comers.
Let's get ready to rumble!
In boxing, you're not going to run into many Mayweather young type fighters. Believe me, this guy is something special.
Rudy Hernandez stops the fight.
I think that was courageous.
At the end of round 8, the winner by knockout victory in this, his 18th professional bout, his 14th KO. He is now the undefeated WBC Super Featherweight Champion of the world, Pretty Boy Floyd Mayweather.
The same one we've seen before, or Angel Manfredi. The two losses.
Just boxing, keeping Manfredi out of the field so you see Manfredi.
Manfredi in trouble as Mayweather pounds away. Manfredi almost went down. He won't take a knee, but he isn't throwing back. Mayweather pounding, and this one's gonna be stopped too. There, in the eyes of many, is your fighter of the year for '98.
Turn southpaw here with the right hook.
He's playing with him now. Mayweather is.
The bridge of his nose on the left, and he got him again with another right.
I think the challenger just wants to survive the round.
There's combinations by Mayweather. Those are short punches you were talking about, Shane.
Oh, yeah. Just beautiful performance by Floyd Mayweather.
Nice surprise, he went the distance.
We let him go the distance.
In the middle of all of this.
They stopped it.
Richard Steele has stopped the fight.
They were going to stop the fight, but
ignoring Arena's assertion that there is no punch in Floyd Mayweather's gloves. Richard Steele decides enough's enough.
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the camouflage trunk and weighing in at an even 130 pounds. His professional record stands at a perfect 33 bouts. 33 victories, including 27 knockouts.
What are you doing? Ninth round, he's ready to go. Look, Floyd, keep doing what you're doing, Floyd. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep your hands up good. 7th, 8th, 9th round, he's ready to go.
All right, now they do pay attention to it.
Both
Roger and Floyd turning to listen to what Floyd Sr. has to say. Throw it. Another little left hook. Didn't even seem like that big a punch. The left of his legs that just got from the multiple punches he's taken.
The crowd fight was an outstanding fight of all the fights that he pretty much had. So he was a great fighter, but might not be handling him easy.
Another knockdown, fifth knockdown of the fight.
Ring, just as Harold Letterman would always say, ring generalship. I've never seen it like that in a young fighter with so few fights. Never seen it. Look at this.
Is that when Mayweather Jr. fought against Genaro Hernandez, he wiped out Genaro.
Floyd Mayweather was easily outboxing him. 9 rounds to 2, 107, 101.
Castillo, who weighed in for his last fight at 150, enters the ring after having weighed in at 134.5 at 147.5 with a 9-pound weight advantage unofficially over Mayweather entering the ring.
And they had a huge sign outside
That sign cost $150,000.
And Floyd wanted one of those, right?
Floyd wanted one of those, and Barbara Aaron didn't see any profit in it. But she had already sold out the arena a few times.
But I had a promoter that didn't believe in me. I had a promoter that had me playing the background. You know, I never cried or complained. What I did is said, put him in front of me, and I'll continue to beat these fights. Eventually,
as 41 of his victories have come by knockout. Originally from Emale, Sonora, now living and fighting out of Mexicali, Baja California, Mexico, presenting the reigning and defending WBC lightweight champion of the world, Jose Luis Temible Castillo.
But the #1 boxing fans are Mexicans.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. is brilliant.
And you hear a chanting of USA.
Come at him in waves.
From a left hand by Mayweather. Back to Bushman with that jab. That Castillo gathering effect in forcing Mayweather against the ropes. And now pops a right hand upstairs as Mayweather is back against the ropes.
Says, look, if you throw a beer bottle into the ring, it's going to hit Castillo somehow.
Rounds 1 and 2, I thought Floyd easily outboxed him. That knockdown in the second round, extremely questionable. I thought Floyd did throw a left hook. And
so they are picking their spots very sparingly so far. Now the action begins to heat up just a little bit in round 4. Mayweather shooting a right uppercut.
Good straight hands by Mayweather like that.
Right hand over the top by Castillo. Misses with the left uppercut. Goes to the body. Mayweather flicking in.
He's walking right into Mayweather's hook. Mayweather's got an excellent left hook. Just can't walk into it. You got to bob and weave before you go there. Strange.
That was unbelievable.
The referee's gotten confused there.
Shy about pushing off. Mayweather takes a series of big shots against the rope.
Castillo's walking right into Mayweather's hook. His right hand.
watch out elbow. Let's go.
So there goes the point deduction advantage as now Draculic evens it up by taking one from Mayweather.
5, 102, 6-4, 1 even. Jose Luis Castillo. I think that Floyd Mayweather is just fighting this guy's fight. Jose Luis Castillo, the bigger, harder puncher.
And he got a draw against Stevie Johnston. 2 more low blows for Castillo, and both of them effective, and he gets away with it.
Mayweather's leaping in with the strong left hook.
Yeah, Castillo's chin is...
Is that really
takes a good shot. He's been tested here. This fight, he's been able to absorb a lot of left hook.
I would tell you that here right now.
And land a few.
Amping the fight coming. He's not bagging up.
Castillo showing stamina and strength.
Took a major payday. The assumption was he was selling his title. He is here to show that he is here to keep his title.
He's earned it tonight. He's taken everything Mayweather had and gave him something.
And he rapidly became the most celebrated member of the 1996 American Olympic team.
Once again, I'm fighting the media. You go back and watch the fight. Put TV on mute. I'm going to fight the commentators. I'm just fighting the negative commentators.
Very top pound-for-pound fighters in the world. Did he bite off more than he could chew? Did he underestimate the difficulty of moving up in weight against a tough veteran champion who knew how to come in and make Floyd Mayweather fight his fight? Who will the judges choose in this rousing battle in Las Vegas?
Castillo gave him all the fight he wanted tonight.
Harold, what's your final score?
Chip, I agree with you 100%. In the championship rounds, 10, 11, and 12, Jose Luis Castillo just took control of the fight. 115, 111, 7-4, 1 even. Jose Luis Castillo.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, we go to the Budweiser scorecards. John Kane and Jerry Roth both have it 115 to 111. Enek Hongtongkam scores it 116 to 111 for the winner by unanimous decision. And new.
Ni me recuerda que van a hacer llorar. No, bueno, todo el mundo sabe que le gané. Desgraciadamente no fue mi noche. Los jueces no vieron la pelea. No sé
Was he much tougher than you anticipated? You, after all, said this was an easy fight en route to bigger fights.
Well, you gotta realize, I beat this guy with a messed up arm. My arm is messed up. But I don't have no excuse. I don't ever back down to turn out fights.
So it was a harder fight than you anticipated with what you came into the ring with?
With one arm, yes. One arm, yes. If you want to rematch, we can do it again.
The second edition, again, their fight in April produced a result. It was disputed by some, not by all.
You know, like when you come back, I'm gonna fight that guy.
That's what he wants. Again. Trying to finish the round. Big up Castillo gets to him again. Now the Mexicans done just that little bit more. Enemies at the moment, Mayweather.
Yes, he is. You always wonder what sort of mood he's in. He's starting to find his range a little better in this round. Similar skills and fast hands.
Took one on the way in there. All the time, Mayweather.
So well.
Smart little left hand of Castillo. Just it. Move up.
The crowd don't like.
And there's a lot of Mexican support for him. With the blood from his nose, Castillo.
Work with Chavez.
He never throws a trap, he did that. Good stuff down there. Castillo standing with more. Strategy, I think, from Mayweather here. Here with the left hand. It's Castillo tonight. In a packed Mandalay Bay. Lovely count. Castillo repeated.
This one through 12.
Okay, Jim, 115, 113, 7 rounds to 5. Pretty boy Floyd Mayweather Jr. I gotta tell you something. Pretty boy Floyd came to this fight with his Tommy gun and won the fight.
And still, WBC lightweight champion of the world.
The scores were even closer this time than last time, and yet last time you fought with an injured shoulder. How do you account for that?
Like I said before, I'm the black sheep of boxing. I'm fighting against the odds. But with prayers and God behind me, can't nothing stop me.
What odds are you talking about?
I'm saying, I feel like everybody is against Floyd Mayweather, but you gotta give respect where respect is due. I'm one of the best out there, pound for pound, and I prove myself over and over again. Floyd Mayweather's not ducking or dodging any opponent out there. I'm willing to fight whoever, whenever.
All for the winner by unanimous decision, and still